Good evening, y'all. How y'all doing today? So I wanted to come and tell y'all about the time the crackhead slash narc had took my phone, went in, well, he reopened the email that I was no longer using whatsoever. I think it was like 2 emails that I was using at the time. And those emails were, I didn't remember the password to them or nothing, but some kind of way, this person figured it out. So he was able to get inside and message people. He got phone numbers and everything and was calling people. He even went through my phone and started calling everybody that I already explained is such and such to him or whatever. He still went through the phone and was calling them because at this point he had already done so much to me. And so he figured, you know what I'm saying, because every time he would do something stupid, he would be like, well, since you're gonna leave me anyway, I might as well break this, or since you're gonna leave me, I might as well take this, or do, just do little dumb stuff because he thinks that I'm about to leave him. I should have left him, but I didn't leave him. I stayed with him for like 3 years or whatever, and I have videos further back that explain that relationship. But this one particular day, he had done the most. I was getting fed up with him and everything, and so this particular day, I just wanted him to leave and give me time to think about things. Give me a break, because it was just stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff every single day. And I needed to, just have a break from all the nonsense just today. So I was like, won't you go stay at your mama's house or something and let me be by myself. He thought that I wanted to be with somebody else, and that's why I was telling him to go stay with his mama. No, I need to get away from you, because if I keep staying here under these conditions, I am going to end up leaving you, and I'm trying to work with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mindset was then. But knowing the things that I know now, I was only setting myself up for the kill or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a fly. Okay, Mr. Fly, being disrespectful. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to call my mama, this, that, and the third or whatever. He didn't call. He wasn't planning on leaving. So he was just like, well, since you want me to leave, I'm going to do some stupid stuff, you know what I'm saying, to make you even more madder at me or whatever. It was always something stupid. And y'all know these narcs don't need no particular special day to do anything stupid. They would just do stupid stuff randomly anyway. So this man goes, now with this narc, this one here held on to my phone. I had an Android at the time. So, when you have the Android back in the day, you can still retrieve a whole lot of stuff. You can go back and retrieve phone numbers that you erased, phone numbers you blocked, all kind of stuff. You can kind of still see a blocked person if you want to. You know what I'm saying? It'll show them calling, but it'll only ring once or whatever. Y'all know how them Androids work. I miss my Androids, but I am an iPhone user now. But at that time, you could do all those things with those phones or whatever. And so he went back in my phone and unblocked people I had blocked, started calling people, and he just opened up this big can of worms that made these guys or people who I deleted start contacting me back. And so when they started doing that, he comes bringing me the phone. Now, this was in the middle of the night. He did this or whatever. So the next day, he comes giving me my phone, because he always had my phone throughout the night. Then he would make sure I had it back before it was time for me to go to work in the morning time or whatever. So he would always make sure I had no way of leaving him. He knew I wasn't going to leave him without the phone. So he did things to keep me there so I would not leave. So whether it would be, well, if I wanted to go to the grocery store, well, I'll keep your son or this, that, and third, so that way I don't, grab my son up and then we disappear or whatever. He always put things in place so that way he know that I was always going to come back to him or whatever. So my phone was one of those things. So when I'm home, I don't have my phone. He has my phone the whole time. He has to bring me my phone if somebody's calling me or whatever. It's crazy. So he had my phone one night or whatever. That night, when I told him that I needed a break or whatever, he was like, all right, let me hold the phone, call mama. He didn't call his mama. What he did was he went to the emails, figured out what the password was, or reset the password to those emails, and started going through reading messages and all this here stuff and hitting these people up. So if they had left their numbers on the email or whatever, he was able to access. He was able to access those phone numbers, and some of them were working numbers still to the person that I had got it from, and then some of them wasn't. But he called every number that he found on there, and I was on the dating site at that time, so I had got a whole bunch of numbers. Did I meet all those people? No, I didn't. But some people just wasn't, sane in the membrane, and I had to block those people, and he done unblocked them, had conversations with them. So now when I get my phone back the next morning, I got all these missed calls and voicemails and stuff. Even when I got to work, my manager told me that he called that night or whatever. My coworkers, all of these were men that he called. Everybody that was able to see me or say something to me approached me and said, "Hey, your boyfriend called me last night asking me weird questions about me and you and all this here stuff, and I don't understand where he's going with that, but I got somebody and I don't need no problems." And I'm just like, wow. So I'm like, this is unacceptable. Now I'm wondering why all of these people are coming out of the woodworks on my email and stuff, like hitting me up, and now they calling my phone, all kind of stuff, because I had the same number for a very, very long time. So my number didn't change. I just blocked these people. This fool done hit up every Tom, Dick, and Harry that he could find. Whether I liked the person or not, he hit these people up and was asking them questions, just being a jealous, narcissistic, toxic person that he was. He went and started asking these people questions. He even called my brothers, the same one I pointed out to him. At the time, I had 3 brothers. I'm like, okay, this is my blood brothers. And then these guys here are just my homeboys. There's nothing going on between me and them. It's that. It ain't nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? Even though he know this, he decided to call them anyway, or leave them text messages or voicemails if they didn't answer. Just doing dumb stuff. Now I got all these people approaching me and asking me, what's up with your dude? Some of them didn't even care to the fact that I did have a man. They all like, hey, so what's up with us? Can we rekindle some stuff? Can I have your number? Can I talk to you? Can I call you sometimes? So you done open up this can of worms. And so now when I get home, I ask him, I'm like, hey, listen, we need to talk. I'm like, why did you hit up all these people in my phone and on my emails? He was like, because I know you still like somebody, so I'm going to figure out which one of them you like, so I call all of them just in case I miss one. I say, fool, you called my boss. You called my coworkers. I say, we not finna play with my job. He was like, yeah, you right. I was just crazy, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be without you, you know what I'm saying? I really love you and I could change it. I'm going to get help, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, you know what? I really need a break from you. I really do. That's all I want. I said, I don't need a break to leave you. I just need a break to get away from you so I can get my mind back together. At that time, you would say, no, you should have been asking for that break. To leave is behind. I wasn't there yet. It took me a minute to get to the place where I actually really wanted to leave him and be out of the situation, because I thought that I could help him. He had a drug addiction and, some other issues going on. And I'm like, rehab and he'll be good. He didn't want to go to rehab. We would get to rehab and that man would duck off somewhere and run. He ain't going up in there, because if he go into rehab, he feels like I'm going to leave him for sure. And that I just want to dump him off on rehab so I can get away. And I'm like, no, if you're going to get help, I'm going to stay by your side. He wasn't going for it. And my intentions were real. I was going to stick by him if he went to rehab and got himself, help or whatever. But he didn't want to do that. So it ended how it ended. And it was supposed to end how it ended, because it was not healthy. It was not a good relationship. It was toxic. It was dangerous, because I'd have been put in so many life-threatening situations with that guy. And like I said, I got videos of that. Y'all don't mind my bed in the back. Your girl is tired. I got to get myself back on. So my bed is not made up back there. So if y'all can see that, mind your business. My bed ain't made up. Shoot me, okay? But anyways, so he just was, when I tell y'all, this man tried to, he tried to make sure that all of his, what's the word? All of his ducks was in a row, so that way I can't leave him or get away from him. He did those things, honey. I'm talking about holding the wallet, holding the keys. He would go get those things just so that way he would make sure that I'm coming back. He would find something that's gonna make me have to come back to him, whether it be to come home or whatever. He need to know I'm coming back, so he got to have something of mine that is of value, that means I'm coming back. So it was crazy dealing with this narcissist who was also a drug addict all at the same time. It was horrible, and I hate it for anybody who's going through something like that, because baby, let me tell you, I know just how you feel. I know how you want to leave, but you don't want to leave because you want to help them. You don't want them to get better without you, because all this time that you done put into it. Baby, let that time go. Let that time go, because somebody else put in time before you trying to get them to the same place that you was trying to get them to, and it didn't work. Those type of narcissists, drug addicts, all that stuff, those people have to want help for themselves. We can want it for them all day long, for all our life, but until they want it, and let me make this clear, because I'm just getting this now. I didn't have this before, but I'm getting this now, that I can't help. I can't help everybody. I can only help who God put in my position, put in my path to help. Other than that, all I ever been doing in my dating life is trying to fix these men that I'm getting should I say half a man, half broken, or not a man at all, or whatever. My choice. I went and put the effort into these men thinking that I could help them, and some of them made me believe that I could help them, and so I did stick around to see if I ever get to the better them, but it never happened. It was a waste of time. Taught me some lessons, but it was a waste of time, because the initial goal was to help them and live happily ever after. Neither one never got accomplished. So if you're in that type of situation right now, I'm here to tell you, you can't help them. They not gonna change for you. They didn't change for the person before you. They ain't gonna change until they ready to change. They got to do some deep soul searching to get the help that they need in order for them to change. It won't be for you. It won't be for nobody else. It will only be for themselves. I'm telling you, this junk is crazy. And when I'm sitting back and thinking about the nonsense that I put up with, I had to go through those things to learn to be to this point right now, y'all. I'm telling y'all, but the stuff is crazy. I tolerated a lot of stuff and accepted a lot of things too, because I didn't know better. So I just thought that there was not. I thought if I brought love and kindness to a relationship, that's exactly what I was going to get back in return. That's all I ever thought. Now I'm learning, Mr. Fly, we going to have a problem. Anyways, all this time I just been thinking that if I bring love and kindness to the table, that's what I'm going to get back in return. And I've been failed every single time I've thought that. So many times been failed, because that ain't how people work. It just don't work like that. I mean, you got people who have genuine sweethearts and care about other people who they want to be with or whatever, and then you got some that's toxic, that's just looking for the next step to whatever they're trying to achieve for themselves. You got a lot of selfish people or whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all about that one time. The narc took and reset all my passwords and called everybody in my phone that was a man, and include my job, old flings, and people from chat lines that I talked to or whatever, and got their number. He called When I say he called everybody, y'all, that man called everybody. My phone was blowing up forever in a day. Ended up having to get a new number because the calls just did not stop. And then he had the audacity to tell me, who calling your phone? I'm telling him, the people that you just done open up the can of worms and release them back into my phone. Them the people who calling me. Now I gotta sit here on the phone and tell these people, hey, listen, it ain't even like that. My dumb boyfriend decided to call you thinking that I still talk to you or some stuff like that and whatever. And they just like, hey, but if Buddy don't act right, hit me up. Hit me up. You still good over here. And I'm like, and I got it on speakerphone so he can hear. So I'm like, see what you did? See what you did? Because I didn't call these people. You did. And now you want to point the finger at me because they still trying to get at me and they not respecting the fact that you got a man. But you shouldn't have disrespected them by calling them, reaching out, because ain't nobody told you to do that. But that's the stupid narcissistic stuff that narcissists do, to blame it on you. They always looking for somebody to blame, baby, because it ain't them. They definitely didn't do it. So you must be out your mind and it was somebody else. I'm talking about, I was like, you really did this? Like, you really called these people and was asking them about when was the last time you talked to such and such, and when was the last time you seen Shalissa, this, that, and I mean, running it down. They telling me everything he said. I'm like, this is bad. You called my job, talking to my managers and stuff like that. That makes me look bad. I did not like that. And I still didn't leave him after that. But that full story is on a whole nother video of when I left him. I'm not with him anymore. I have a different mindset now. These were years ago, some recent, some, back in the day. But these are some of the things that I went through on my journey with the narcissist. And now I'm here on my healing journey after the narcissist. So I'm telling you, it's tough to get out of and it's easy to get into. But at the end of the day, with a little bit of prayer, and you gotta really want it yourself. Ain't no need to leave, and if you only gonna turn around to come back. Don't put all that work in to leave, to go back. So if you're not really done, don't lie to yourself. Be honest with yourself. But just know that you got a backup plan in your back pocket for when you're ready to leave. If these videos keep popping up on your timeline, or you're looking up these type of things or whatever, just get you a plan together. If this ain't your season to leave right now, start working on you a plan so that way when you do decide to get up and leave, to move on to your healing journey, to the other side that's a little bit better and not so toxic, because you'll start loving yourself. Baby, take your notes. Put them in your back pocket for when it's time to use them. That way when you're ready, put it all together. Step by step, however it works for you. Put it all together and make that move, because you will move. If you praying about it, God gonna make it shape, baby, in his time, not your time. But you gotta hear him when he's telling you to move, baby. It's time to move. It's a wrap. This is done. You know what I'm saying? But I trust and believe that you will heal, and you'll have a testimony, and you'll start your healing journey, and you'll probably be on here too, sharing your stories, helping somebody else who going through the same thing you going through, because we don't always go through things for ourselves. We actually go through this fly. We actually go through things for other people too, because we never know who we gonna run into in life who has the same issues that you dealt with in your life, that you can possibly help walk them through how you did what you did, and they could tweak it to make it work for themselves. Because just because I was able to get to a place to walk away from my narc don't necessarily mean that you're gonna walk away from your narc the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta take what you know, tweak it, put it together, and make it work for you. But I love you. Have a great day. Keep growing, and y'all fall in love with yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's about you. This season is all about you. Love you. Then that way you can start loving other things and other people a little bit better, but don't forget about yourself. So that's what I struggle with. I could fall in love with you, but I throw myself on the back burner. Not because you asked me to. I do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? But I got to learn to stop doing that. I got to learn to love me first, so that way I can love somebody else properly and somebody else can love me properly. So fall in love with yourself. Work on it. It's hard. It's hard for us to love on ourselves. But guess what? You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Took me a long time, but I'm here and I'm working on it. Some days it's hard. Some days it flow easy because I can forget to love myself or to put myself first. It's easy to do. It is work. It's progress. But you can do it. You got to start somewhere. Even if it's starting off in the morning time when you wake up and you look yourself in that mirror before you brush your teeth, or even while you brush, girl, you look sexy today brushing your teeth, girl. Look at your eyebrows, girl. Oh, them eyebrows on fleek. Whatever you need to do to boost your confidence before you walk out the door and expecting anybody else to boost your confidence. Boost your own confidence, baby, because you worked it. You deserve it. And I love you. And don't forget that. Have a great day. Mwah.